Hey everybody, welcome! My name is Kurt, aka the Vitruvian Gamer, and we're here with a playthrough of Club Stories, a tactical, solo or two-player cooperative board game, scenario-based board game about football, in which you play scenarios to try to, to reach some goals, and hopefully scoring some points with your football team. Now, without further ado, let's go to the field, board. And there we are, as you can see, already completely set up. And well, if you want to see how that happened, go watch the previous video where I explain complete setup of this game, in which I forgot to do one thing. The scout here, most importantly, he has several levels, as you can see. And well, to know that this one starts at level 1 or 0, however you want to call it, we have these round tokens here that we can place up there, so we know that which level he is. There we go. That's the only thing I think I forgot. So let's start playing this game. But before we do, well, we have to know what our goal is, of course, and therefore we have the scenario card right over here. So we are Newbie FC, which just promoted to the professional league for the first time in its history. It was a great party. The people of the small town of Newbie were over the moon. Now, a few months later, no one believes the newcomers will survive the third division for even one season. But the people of the club know staying up is important for its survival, so they hired you or me. I'm not sure if that's a good decision. I have not won this scenario yet, but I am getting closer. Alright, so, and then you can see that we have some season goals, and let's see. So the club expects you to be an unexperienced manager, reach this level by the end of the season. So that's the goal we need to reach to be able, to be allowed in some way to go to the next scenario. But also we can help getting there by becoming an inexperienced manager by doing these 3 things. We don't want to relegate, so if we reach 10th place, that will suffice. And as you can see, we need 12 points to be 10th in this league, so that's our goal. If we reach that, we score 15 more points. We also, they want us to contract a shirt sponsor and find sponsors for all ad boards. As you can see below here, there are 3 ad board spots here, so we need to find 3 sponsors there, and we need to find a shirt sponsor as well. Alright, so if we manage to do that, we score 7 more points. And last but not least, they want us to play at least 3 games in a sold out stadium. So we start, you could see that in setup, with 2 filled blocks already. So if we can manage to fill them all up and then do that 3 times, we score 7 more points. There you go. And well, that's it. We did the scenario rules already. And let's go to the game again. All right, back to the board, and well, we'll see what happens now. First of all, we take this little card here to show you how a turn or a round works. So first we have a board meeting, but we don't do that in the first round. We just go with the second one, that's plan actions. So planning the actions actually works with these dice, but not with the red one and not with the green one, so we put them aside for now. These dice will determine what we can do. Well, we have lots of choices already, but this one will let us have successes, or, well, they will have their random throw, make successes or failures. What can we do? Well, we can do quite a bit in this game. And for that, we mostly go to look at the left side of the board. Because the things we can do is we can hire staff. We can attract sponsors, we could try to get some more players, and we can even change tactics, but that is for later. First of all, how do we get staff? Very easy. We look at the one we want to have, for example, the scout, and then we look at the symbol on the right top here. Now, there are different symbols here, so let me show you more of them. These are 2 already, and I'll show you another symbol later. So this symbol here means we just have to spend 1 die. No matter which result, we just use one of our dice. and then we place it on this schedule here. So we have 3 days to do our actions. So if we going to hire a scout, for example, here, we just put a die on the first open day that we have. If we manage to do that, we see how much he or she costs. In this case, we just pay 2 coins, but some of them, and let me show you an example. Maybe we can show it as a player. Some staff or players have this symbol here, which means our income goes down or our expenses go up. You can look at it that way as well. So that's just 1 die, and if we do that, we can just place it in our staff. But this director, for example, has this die symbol with the arrow here and one of the 4 stats of the board. If you want to hire this one, well, he wants to be a director only of a team that has enough fitness. He wants a fit team. So if we want to get this one here, we can roll 1 or more dice, and we try to roll a number equal or lower than our fitness level. In this case, 5. So if we roll the die and we would roll a 6, we would fail. If we roll anything else, we would succeed in hiring them. Now, if one of the members that you attract has one of these symbols here, we add more cards in our row that we can choose them. It's their influence, their network, which is pretty cool. If we ever lose one of these, well, it still stays the same. So that doesn't change. We managed to make a network and that stays as it is. So this is hiring people to our staff. Now, hiring or attracting sponsors works kind of the same. So each sponsor has also a way of getting them. In this case, this sponsor also wants a fit team to be sponsor of. And then after you manage to attract them, you have some options. Some have small publicity. They just give you a bonus and that's it. Nothing too special. Cool. Some will add boards to your field. So add boards. And as you know, in our scenario, this is one of our goals. We want 3 of those boards here. Now, some of these sponsors also have this symbol here with some results. This is a shirt sponsor, but we can only have 1 shirt sponsor at a time. So that's how we can get some sponsors, more money, more income, or whatever, depending on the sponsors. Hiring soccer players is the same as well. If we want to hire this one, Williams here, we need to roll a die and we need to roll 5 or more. Now, we can also with hiring staff, we can choose to roll more dice for the action. And if one of them dice reach the result needed, then we succeed in hiring the player or the staff. Now, this one is a big one. Of course, as you can see, 3-star player, and he costs money, but he can get skills. So that's hiring players. What else can we do? Well, we can activate one of our staff members. For example, this scout here. So he's level 1, or he has the 0 points here, and we can use 1 die here to watch a listed player. What that does, I'll talk about later, but some of these staff members have actions on them as well. Now, some of them have an action that has an activation of 0. Now, activating a 0 one, you can do that once each turn, once each round only, but it's free. You don't need a die, you can just do that. And why I want to mention this one here is this one is about the tactics. So for 1 free action, I can train tactics. Now, as you can see, if we change tactics or train tactics, it will cost some fitness on the team. If you train a tactic, you choose one of the available tactics cards here and you place it either in front of you for later use, or you put it in the tactic spot on the board. If there's another tactic, you remove that, put it in front of you, and you replace it with a new one if you want. There are more things that you can do with the staff members. I will show you as they come up, of course. But without further ado, let's go back a little bit more to the right and let's see what we are going to do in this first round. And well, there is a lot to do, but also a lot that we cannot do because we only have 2 coins at the beginning of the game, so we have to choose wisely. Alright, so let's do my actions, and first I'm going to try to get a sponsor. Let's get some money in the club, and we want to get a sponsor Posh Cars. So, Everybody likes a nice car, certainly the players. So, first of all, we need to roll fitness. That means we need to roll 5 or lower to get this sponsor, well, to sponsor our club. A 2, which is awesome. As you know, I'm a hero in rolling low. So this one becomes our sponsor. Now I'm going to let him be an ad sponsor. So he's going to have a board next to the field, which means we can add one of the black cubes on the scenario sheet right over here. And as you might remember, we need them 3 filled, and we need a sponsor as well to gain some more points in this game. Now the number of points that we need at the end of the game is at least 49 to become an inexperienced pro manager, which is a lot of points, to be honest, but we'll see if that works. The use die goes on the first open space on the days, on Tuesday, the white days of course, and then we go to our next action. Now, I also would love to have a player in my team, but before we are going to try to get a player, we are going to scout a little bit. And therefore we are going to use the scout here, which has this action, which costs 1 die of our choice. So I'm going to just pay 1 die. There you go. And then I can watch a listed player. And what does that mean? Well, that means that we take 2 of these face down tokens here, and we get to look at 2 of them, and we can leave one of them open. So as you can see, they're both 2s, and we look at the black number first. The green numbers are for when we have we upgrade players of ours. So at this moment there's not that much choice. I'm going to keep this face up, and I'm going to put this back face down, but we try to remember what it is, of course. That's a good one for training later. So we place this back there, and this one will be open for us. Now next action is I'm going to try to attract Atkins. This player here, this attacker, well, he wants a 4+, so he's not that easy to get in our team. So for that, I'm going to roll a die, and I hope to roll a 4 or higher. Alright, there we go. So we get Atkins in our team. Now he's an attacker, so we place him on one of the 4 spots here. Now we have attackers that want to score. These are the ball symbols here. Or an attacker that wants to defend. So against attacking defenders, we can place this one here. But I guess we want to try and score 1 more goal than our opponent. Now, next thing that happens, this player needs a number. We need to know how strong he is. And to do that, we can take one of these tokens that we just revealed to us. Now, I could make him a 2, which is better than a 1, of course. All other players are 1s. Or we can gamble and draw a token and hope for the best. And let's do that. So, let's see what we get. Maybe we can get a stronger attacker out of Atkins. Oh yeah, we did. So, we have an attacker of strength 3. So, we don't look at the green number with a plus. So, we put it on this spot right over here. So, we have a stronger attacker in our team. Now, this was our 3rd action, so we put the die here on Thursday, which means we are out of actions. The other white die I cannot use anymore for normal actions, but we'll use them later. That means we are going to match day. So that means first we go to phase number 3, select players and tactics. Now we don't have any tactics yet, so we cannot do that. But now we are going to use these green tokens to select our squad. Now, we have no idea which team we are going to play or how they play, so it's a gamble at this moment. Later we could do some scouting to see how our opponent will play, but for now, we're just going to guess. Now, of course, we are going to play with our new attacker Atkins, and now the other things is a little bit of a gamble. So let's put some defenders in the team, and let's play in let's guess that we are going to do let's see. Oh yeah, let's play a little bit attacking for our first game of 4-3-3 without a defending attacker, but with 2 defending midfielders. We'll see what that gives. So after we set up our team, we are going to go for match day. So phase number 4, match. And that's very simple. We take the stack of possible opponents, we give them a good shuffle, and we draw one of them. And there we go. One, and we turn it around. And as you can see, this is already a big one. This is a big team. So this is one that hangs around Division 3 and 2, Royal Fort. And well, we just put them here in the spot for the opponents. And now we are going to see how a match works. Now, don't worry, we're going to lose this one probably, but that's okay. That's normal. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Now we're going to do our attack, our midfield, and our defense one by one. And first we are going to look at our attacking players, so the players with the ball underneath it. And we are going to, well, see what our opponent does. Now, we have an attacker with strength 3, and as you can see, he has 2 defenders with, well, 3 or more, so he can stop that one. We look at our attackers with 1 here, and also for those, there are defenders ready to stop him. Now, if I had an attacker of 4, I would get past through these guys because I was too strong. If, well, I had 1 more attacker or he had 1 less defender, one of my attackers would got through in this game and scored. But as it is for now, no goals scored by my attacking players. Now he has an attacking defender, which I cannot stop because I did not select a defending attacker. But it's okay because I would not have been able to stop him because he's a 4. And with my 1, that would not have been enough. So they score 1 goal. So I'm behind 0-1. Now we go to the midfield. I only have 1 attacking midfielder right over here. He has 2 midfielders and they are strong enough. They needed only 1, so this one can stop him. This one could stop him. So no goal scored by newbie. And he has 1 attacking midfielder with strength of 4 and I've got only strength 1. So he will score again. We're behind 0-2. And now for our defense. Now first we look at our attacking defender right here in the right bottom corner here. He has no defending attackers, so we score. Yes, our attacking defender, he scores a goal. But then he has 3 attackers. I've got 3 defenders, but he has 2 that are stronger than mine, so he scores twice again. So we lose our first match by 1-4. We remove this card, sadly enough, and well, that was our first match, and that means we can immediately go to the next step, is match consequences. Now, if we would have draw or won the game, then we would add points to it, and if we win a game, we go to our form with wins and losses, which might also influence us in certain ways. Alright, so match consequences, we roll the green die and we move the form marker. Well, we do not have to move it because we were at the lowest part. Now, we need to roll this die, the match consequence die. But we also have 1 die left of our actions that we did not use, so we can roll it together with that, and then we take this little table here, right here. So let's roll them dice first, and we roll 2 ones because it's me. Then we go see, we lost the game, and we roll the 1, which means one of our players who played in the match gets injured for 1 week. That's too bad. That's very bad. Well, so we take one of these injury markers and we choose one of our players to get, well, an injury for 1 week. And I think I'm going to injure this attacker right over here. He's injured, so he cannot play next week. And that's it, the match consequence. Then we go to the housekeeping. We refresh our cards and, well, let me show you how that works. It's very simple. We take the top card of the stack and we place it on top of one of the other ones. So we just want to choose one that we are probably not going to try to hire. The same we do with the sponsors. There we go. And the same with the players. There we go. And one more, also the possible tactics that we can get change a little bit. That's it for the refreshing of the cards. If we would have players that were injured previous weeks or had a suspension, then we would either remove it or change it to the lower side of the token. This did not happen yet, of course, that's for next time. We reset the score, of course, it will be 0-0 at the beginning of the next game, and we get our income, which is at this moment 2, so we get 2 more coins that we can use later. Now you might have noticed there are only 8 coins in the game, so you'll never be able to have more than 8 coins to your disposal. So be sure that you use them when needed. Then we also go to the next round in our round track. Some things might happen, but at this moment it is just normal. And then the next round can begin. But that's for next time, folks, because, well, this is already a long enough video as it is for this first round, with a lot of rules explanation, of course. Next time we will do more rounds in one take, because then we will play a little bit faster. And I invite you to do so, to watch the next part, of course. I hope you liked this one. If you did, feel free to give this a thumbs up. If you notice something, feel free to comment below. And, I hope to see you in the next part of our story, our club story. See you then, folks. Bye bye.